What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my Harry Potter marathon. Today, we're going to be talking about a film that easily gets overshadowed amongst other installments, but honestly, it deserves to shine on its own, and that's The Chamber of Secrets. What The Chamber of Secrets excels at is building upon the strengths of the first film, enhancing its elements, and learning from its past mistakes. For instance, it introduces the conflicts earlier, reduces exposition, improves special effects, and adds more magic, and allows the characters to develop more fully. One notable aspect is the film's mystery, which feels more like a standalone story that sets up future installments, rather than solely serving as a setup film. It also has its own distinct plot. As mentioned earlier, the film eases up on its exposition since much of it was covered in the first movie. Consequently, though, the film can breathe more freely, incorporating darker elements in the darker lore that series eventually acquires. While it still remains one of the lighter tone films of the universe, it doesn't shy away from introducing dark themes such as people being charmed and subtle horror elements. To back onto that, one of the best aspects of this film, in addition to the mystery, is the increased risk-taking. There's a great sense of danger coupled with high-tension scenes where no character feels truly safe. Several examples demonstrate this, even for the beloved characters. Although The Chamber of Secrets is about 10 minutes longer than the first film, the pacing doesn't suffer as much because the exposition is more concise, with fewer unnecessary details where events feel more warranted. Another crucial aspect addressed in this film is the magic. This is a wizarding film after all, and the first film didn't really capitalize on its potential in my opinion. This film took that and elevated up a few notches, making it much more enjoyable. You certainly get your money's worth, and it's well balanced with the characters still being new to the magic world. However, the film did have some moments that dragged on, making the runtime feel a bit long. To combat this, they incorporated many really cool scenes such as the ending fight sequence, the magic battle between Harry and Draco, and the spider scene that still sends chills down my spine every single time I watch it, even at 26 years of age. As for the characters, you begin to sense that, particularly with the children, they are coming into their own and handling these pieces of dialogue with a sense of comfortability. While there are still moments where you can sense their inexperience, considering that this film was only made a year after the first one, you can't help but give them the credit. I think that you could argue that some main characters do feel sidelined and isolated in this film, but even so, those select few characters still have time to shine and play a significant role in the story's success, all while maintaining that great team feel. I also commend them for reducing the certain character screen time, which helped balance the narrative and flesh out the more important characters. While we're on the subject of characters, Daniel Radcliffe's portrayal as Harry undergoes significant character development and delivers memorable moments. This film provides a deeper look into his background and the darkness that lies beneath his character, showcasing his struggles to cope with it. Columbus effectively creates intriguing questions about his character, such as whether he does belong in Gryffindor, why he possesses this power, and how he manages it. Rupert Grint also gets ample screen time, further emphasizing his loyal best friend title. He has numerous opportunities to showcase his comedic side, while also demonstrating his intelligence as well, helping solve these mysteries. It's somewhat unfortunate that Hermione's character feels somewhat sidelined in this film, although she still has moments to contribute. However, this does help develop Ron and Harry's relationship. Tom Felton returns as Draco, although his role in the conflicts is limited. Despite this, they managed to portray him even more as an antagonist, connecting him even more with Harry, especially with the addition of Jason Isaacs as Lucius Malfoy, his father. Isaacs, a prominent character, significantly contributes to the conflict, setting the stage for future films. Alongside Harry's character development, this film also excels in characterizing Lord Voldemort tenfold compared to the first movie. A substantial portion of the runtime delves into his backstory, revealing his true nature and his influence over the main conflicts in the past two films and beyond. Richard Harris delivers a memorable performance as Albus Dumbledore, marking his final portrayal as the character. Rest in peace, bro. Harris steals every scene that he graces, giving more depth and character development this time around. His portrayal as the noble and wise Dumbledore is truly captivating. Steve Kloves' script shows signs of progress, reflecting his growing confidence in crafting coherent conflicts and well-developed characters. What I particularly appreciate is the well-timed humor in the script. This film boasts a wealthier comedic arsenal compared to the previous one, and it pays off tremendously. Can we panic now? The humor maintains a consistent, enjoyable tone along with the darker themes. While there are a few moments that don't quite land as well, I was generally surprised by the amount of laughs that I had during this film, considering its dark tone. What I also found rather impressive was the visual effects, because they take a notable improvement over the previous film. Made only a year later and on a smaller budget, this film demands a more special and practical effects due to the increased emphasis on the magic. The team seems to have addressed the issues from the previous film, paying meticulous attention to the detail and delivering impressive results. For a 2000s film, the CGI is surprisingly decent. Although this film undoubtedly enhanced certain aspects, there are new challenges that emerged and persistently hinder its progress, maintaining its level of quality compared to the first installment. My primary concern persists from the previous film, and it manifests in this one as well. It feels excessively like a setup film for the universe's eventual development. While it effectively establishes this distinct narrative, the familiarity in this previous films diminishes their impact except for the nostalgic value. Another issue arises from the disregard for establishing rules. As mentioned in my previous review, the first film laid the foundation for the future installments. While this film doesn't blatantly disregard these rules, there are evident violations. Furthermore, the character's plot armor feels a bit excessive in this one, especially considering the increased risks involved. I grant some leeway for this, but it occasionally became challenging to overlook when the characters were shielded from certain challenges. A minor issue concerns the script. While it boasts high moments, it occasionally resorts to overly explicit descriptions, overshadowing the visual elements. It'll show you something, then explain what just happened in the next frame. Lastly, as we probably all know him by now, Kenneth Branagh, the director of Thor, Gilroy Lockhart stands out as one of the weakest in the film and arguably across the entire series. He fails to contribute significantly to the narrative, coming across as a meme and comedic relief attempt that doesn't really resonate with me. Overall, because Chamber of Secrets was able to improve on many noticeable aspects, I think this film is just a touch better than the first, but they're both on the same playing field when it comes to the overall series. The Chamber of Secrets gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Let me know what you think about Chamber of Secrets in the comments below, and stay tuned for Prisoner of Azkaban. See you guys in the next one.